Hey there, good people. What's going on? Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Time is around 2 a.m. here in Dhaka. Again, my favorite time to do reviews. I've already done a couple of individual reviews, and I just thought like I'd do a bonus video for you, which is going to be a list which you guys love. But today I'll be looking back. Sometimes I like to do this. Like I look back in time or in the past, and I would like to sometimes bring back memories, right? This is going to be that kind of a video, right? So I have about, let's say, 10 fragrances. I don't want to do 12 or 15 today. I want to keep it a bit shorter. These fragrances are not brand new anymore. These used to be hyped to like anything. Like it's like crazy hype fragrances. Okay. Nowadays they have already some years on them. Some have 10, some have more or less, but these are already classics. So I'm just gonna put them one by one. They already reviewed a lot, so you will know what is what. But I think these fragrances still are very relevant, and they haven't lost their appeal. Okay, that's one thing. Second thing, I think these fragrances still make a lot of statement wherever they go. Like let's say you're wearing this and you're going somewhere, I think they still make an impact. So let's go one by one without any how to say, like ranking or anything. These are not by ranking. I have only picked 10. There are many more in this kind of list, so I'll go from this side. Okay, first fragrance I'm going to show after a long time, Narciso Rodriguez for him EDT. This fragrance, nobody talks about it anymore because this fragrance now is already like a senior fragrance in the community. I did have the EDP version. I have it somewhere still, but I think I'll admit to you that I'm not wearing it as much as I used to back in the days, like 2016, 17. But it's pretty modern. Okay, why? Because that wet pavement when it rains, or wet cement. Okay, that kind of a smell with a musk and violet leaves is very difficult to make. And the thing that makes this fragrance special is the paint all over the bottles. These bottles, you cannot see the juice level even if you put LED. Okay, so that's second. Third thing is their longevity is pretty nice, long lasting. But the most important, they created sort of like a fragrance. Some reviewers said something that you were in funeral, that is very gothic and very dark and tragic, right? So this is tragedy in a bottle, in a kind of a fragrance. I think this is pretty unique. Till date, fragrance like Fahrenheit, they never lose their place. I think Narciso Rodriguez for him EDT, many people have good memories, but it's a bit unwearable for me. Okay, that's number 10. Let's keep it there. Number 9, I'll go with one Versace The Dreamer. This is not a vintage batch. The vintage batches used to have kind of like a bit darker juice and bit more potency, but Dreamer, even if you find this batch, new batches, they're still in production. These are not brand new fragrance anymore. If you smell this today, let's say you are a collector and you just never smelled Dreamer before. Not everybody smell everything, right? So you just go into market and say, hey, I want to try some of the older Versace perfume, like blue jeans, red jeans, metallic jeans, whatever the jeans were. And then you want to try Versace Man, some of the discontinued ones, and you try Dreamer side by side. I seen this review in Mark's channel, Ropes Weight, long time back when I was learning in 2016. And he had this old channel. Many of his content got taken down because of copyright claims and all that for music, but the videos thankfully are still there. He said this is one of the most beautiful fragrances which gets better in time. Like as the dry down hits you, like opening is kind of challenging. Okay, it's not for everybody, but as the dry down comes, it has this beautiful wet tobacco, sort of like a dreamy lavender kind of a vibe, and it's just so true. The day I got it, I took it like with me in a metro in Malaysia, KL, like Kuala Lumpur, and it was a warm day. Okay, and I was thinking, oh, I made a mistake. It's a winter fragrance. It's not nice for warm weather. But trust me, the dry down was really projecting. It's a beast mode perfume, and I think Versace Dreamer has to be one of the underrated fragrances in the community, which is still available and affordable. That's number 9, Versace The Dreamer. Number 8 is a cheapie, but definitely belongs in this group. This is called CK1 Shock for him. First time I saw this was in 2012 or 15. One of those times I visited UK, either Manchester or London. So I went for searching for a few fragrances in shop. One shop I saw this one. It was being pushed like take it, it's gonna have good deals. I saw the bottle and I saw this Shock written on the bottle. Immediately I was a new collector that I avoided the bottle because it looked tacky to me. Okay, and I did not care for the juice since I didn't even try it. This fragrance later on when I came to Bangladesh and then I tried it based on the reviews and all, How much I loved it, I cannot tell you. It's a fruity tobacco kind of a scent. It's not the vintage. As you can see, this part is not silver. The silver one would be vintage. So I had finished one 200 ml. This is my second 200 ml. I never buy 100 ml of these. You need a lot of sprays. This is not a long lasting perfume because it's not vintage. Back in the days, it used to last about 6, 7, 8 hours, right? Doesn't matter. This is one of the best Calvin Klein perfumes. Best. When I say best, trust me, I do have some favorites in CK, like CK Reveal, Euphoria, some lines, and then a few of the other ones. This is in top 5, okay? Such a great fragrance. Very playful, very nice. Let me actually spray this as a matter of fact because I miss it. Okay, just for memory's sake. Man, such a beautiful, brings back memories. It reminds me of Burberry's London in a way. Beautiful fragrance. Just check it out. You're gonna love this if you want tobacco-based perfumes. Definitely, it still has its place. CK1 Shock. Next one is the reason why I'm doing this list. Paco Rabanne 1 million. No matter what people tell me, they hate Invictus, they hate Paco Rabanne, they hate this. I don't care. Okay. I know Chad hates this. This is his most hated perfume, Gentleman's Journey. I have full respect to my brother, but 1 million did something for me that no fragrance could ever do. Back in the university, we used to have these groups, like our friends circles. We used to have our cars. 3 or 4 of our friends had the same exact car and would race. You know, we're a fan of Tokyo Drift and all that, so we'd do like some fun and nights and all. Then we used to go out clubbing and all. So yeah, we were a bit naughty, but we never had bikes. We always had cars, okay, because you know we like cars. So this fragrance, first time I smelled it on a dude. Okay, he was a friend from Dubai, and he used to have a perfume shop and business in Dubai. He had Paco Rabanne, this one, Black Excess, I think Excess, and few of the other fragrances back in the days very popular. And this fragrance, I smelled it in his room. I was in love. I'm like, bro, can I borrow a few sprays? I'm going out clubbing tonight. He's like, bro, do whatever you want. You take it, no problem, because he's a rich dude. He's like, take it, brother, while I take it. I couldn't take it. I'm sorry, but first time I sprayed this, I could see what 1 million is in this bottle. It's truly, back in the days, is a king of clubbing fragrances. Okay, so 1 million for me always has its place. Love it. It's a leather, I think, blood orange, then a few of the other notes, amber, I think maybe spices, cinnamon. It's a masterpiece. 1 million, absolutely legendary perfume. Number 5. Let me have some water actually. Hold on. Yeah, sorry, my the throat was getting a bit dry. Anyway, so the next one is another fragrance has a lot of memories for me. This is what something I'm doing for memory's sake. Azzaro Chrome, 2015 or 16, not 16, maybe 2015. I had this small little 30 ml bottles because I did not like this fragrance back in the days. People say Chrome is so great. It lasts. It's a soapy. It's a metallic floral perfume. It's the best. It's the best pro. This is comparable to Acqua di Gio, Versace Purum, Nautica Voyage. And I went and sniffed it in the shop. I did not like it. I didn't like it a bit because it seemed obnoxiously fresh and floral. So I bought like a small bottle. In Malaysia, everything is kind of retail. So you have to pay like, the bottle was as pricey as 200 ml of this bottle. Okay, so I had a couple of bottles. I bought like 230 mls and I gave it one to my best friend that time. So this one I kept, and then in Bangladesh when I came here, actually I saw this one, it performs well in high heat and humidity. In Malaysia it did not perform well, but I still have good memories of Malaysian days driving around parks when I used to go jogging. And also this fragrance, I went Malacca. People from Malaysia, they would know Malacca. You know, I went Johor Bahru. I carried this fragrance with me. I took pictures on the, I put it on the top of the car, and I took pictures next to Penang Bridge as well. So a lot of memories, right? Chrome today, it has a lot of years on it. Okay, many of youngsters may not like it, but I still feel for the budget, this Azzaro's one of the money makers. Okay, it's a soapy. People still wear this in workplace. This is their signature scent. Still around. I can smell it still. Azzaro's Chrome, definitely great fragrance. Still irrelevant. Okay, so next one, talking about freshy, I would love to throw out my fresh one, my favorite one, Versace Man Eau Fraiche. No fragrance can beat this in high heat in summer. When I say it out of love, not to disrespect other fragrances. Many fragrances do this one, what this one does, but when I see outdoors, when I open my curtain and say, oh man, it's hot and humid, it's so bright, and I need something fresh. I don't need anything that will be nasty, dirty, musky, or leathery. This is the fragrance. Lemon, carambola, the star fruit, and woody kind of a base Very simple fragrance, but smells so good in high heat in summer. Definitely you'll never go old in fashion. After that, a classic again, Dolce Gabbana, the One EDP. This is not a summer fragrance. Okay, this basically is something I wear in winter or cooler summer nights when it rains. That DNA, this DNA, you can have 1,000 fragrance releases in modern time. It will be very hard to beat this. This is a sexy one right here. People who know, they know. It's just the only weakness it always had is that longevity. It's okay, so not everything meant to live forever, but just reapply, that's all. Dolce & Gabbana One EDP. Next one, sexy one, we definitely have to have La Nuit alum. Ah man, the 2016 and 17 hype. Okay, we used to play with this fragrance like crazy, like Jeremy's hype, you guys know. And this one, I went crazy. Just one small story I have to share. When I saw this, it was in Kuala Lumpur. When I saw the review, and I was looking for a good deal, but this was being sold for $120 in Malaysia. Okay, for 100 ml. And at that time, I was buying Chanel, Dior, a little bit even cheaper than YSL fragrances, especially this one, L'Homme. If you don't have any deal, they are going for around $110. So I didn't have the heart to buy this because I was very picky and I had very limited budget. I didn't have a business. I had a restaurant, but it was almost closing. I went one day I drove all the way to KLIA, the airport. And it was late night. I thought like, hey, if you buy from airport, you're gonna get duty free. It was stupid of me because I didn't understand that time that duty free is what you went pass through the immigration, then you get. I thought airport everything's cheap. And when there, they were like open, but they're like, sir, same price still. I'm like, okay, thank you. But they were nice enough to let me sniff it. And I went crazy and I got finally the fragrance one time. And this is like this is truly a fragrance. Like not every fragrance turn heads, and this is something women love. Okay, I don't say it about every fragrance. I wore this in wedding. One camera lady, she stood next to me in one wedding. She was looking at me. I heavily oversprayed and I make sure it was me. No one was wearing anything. La Nuit alum, magical fragrance, never will go out of fashion. No matter how many clones you get, no matter how many flankers you get, this is the king. Number two and number one. Number two, Boss Bottle. Do I need to say more? You know my sentiments towards this perfume. This is my first fragrance officially. Just love it to death. Like this fragrance is my ultimate niche. This is my go-to guy. This is that one that smells luxurious, common, at the same time comforting. So many memories. This is what I feel Malaysia in a bottle for me. Every time I miss Malaysia, I cry, okay, because it was my home for 20 years. And this smell is still everywhere. I think if I go back again, I will go to the mall and make sure I'll be sniffing some Boss Bottle and buy one more, okay? Boss Bottle never grow out of style. One of the best fragrances in their house. Last but not least, you can hear Big Boy, La Male. Like vintage La Male was different than this. This is, I think, not BPI version. This is more like a newer version, Puig. I do have the older version, which like I think is finishing. The bottle is finishing a little bit. I think this was BPI version, okay? See if I can show you. This was BPI, okay? And let's keep it both here. La Male is something I bought after Ultra Male. And when I bought Ultra Male and I bought La Male, it made more sense. I could see where Ultra Male came from. You can say, hey, Ultra Male was so much better. Now La Male Perfume is better than Ultra Male. All true. But as time progresses, people's taste change. But the opening of this fragrance is everything. That mint. First time I smelled this, I smelled Sique Reveal and Versace Eros. All three blew me away, right? La Male, that lavender, the vanilla, the tonka, and maybe whatever is in there later. It's maybe not everybody's cup of tea, it's a powdery scent, but I just love it. I think La Male still relevant. No matter what reviewers tell you, please go and check it out, okay? Check out all these fragrances. I think they're great still and very relevant. Thanks for watching. Hopefully see you soon and take care, guys. Bye-bye.